Build right, my friends. My name is Jack, CEO and founder of Shed Knives. And for my frequent viewers, you might be wondering, yes, I do wear other shirts than black work shirts. So surprise, surprise, my wardrobe has expanded. You guys are here for knives, not my style advice. And speaking of knives, we're here to talk about the 2025 Shed Knives Resilience, but not just that. The heat treat. So I had another video scheduled for today, but I was like, nah, you guys need to hear what I'm actually doing, like heat treat doing. So I told you guys I was going to do it, but guys, now we have a knife that I did do. So let's talk about it. For all my knife steel freaks out there, this is 154 cm steel. It's about a 1/4 inch thick. And this knife specifically is the 2025 Shed Knives Resilience, like I said, but it does have a little mess up here on the grind. You can see that compared to this. So that's why I'm using this knife. If you want a completely finished, fantastic, there is no substitute knife, just go to shedknives.com, check that out, or go to one of my dealers. So in the meantime, I'm using this. This is my testing knife and will not be for sale because it's a testing knife. So anyways, Jack, what's the process? What process are you using for heat treat? Well, great question. Basically, take my 154 cm knife, I put it in my foil pack, stainless steel foil pack, with a little bit of material in there, so that way if there's any air in the foil pack, and this is stainless steel, don't know if I said that, but stainless steel foil pack. Put a little material in there, cotton, paper towel, wood chip, whatever works, so it attracts the air, burns up, so that way no carbon escapes the knife. While that's going on, your heat treat oven should be heating up. For a 154 cm, I'm doing it 1980 degrees. I let that get to temperature. Once it's to temperature, I let the oven sit for 30 minutes. Nothing inside of it, no knives, just my work holding pieces, the ceramic pieces, or fire brick, whatever you want to call it, and just the oven. Let it sit there for 1980, at 1980 Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. That way all the brick and everything, including the air in there, is 1980 degrees. One thing I messed up with this, I should have done that 30 minutes. I only gave it like 5, so that was not enough time for the bricks and everything in there to get to that 1980. So next, after that 30 minutes, you then take your foil pack, you put it in your little vertical stand. You don't want the knife flat, you want it vertical. Let me just kind of break that down, kind of got lost there. Once the knife goes in vertically, you let it come to temperature to 1980, because you open the door and whatnot, so heat gets out. Once it gets to 1980, you then start the timer, 18 minutes. Then after that, you pull the knife out, okay, not with your bare hands, and then you put it in your quench plates. For me, I'm using aluminum blocks in a bench vise, and they have little channels in these blocks for cold water to go through. So that way it can cool the knife faster and keep the blocks cool so they don't get super hot. So once you sandwich that together with super flat aluminum blocks, so that way your knife doesn't warp, bend, or whatever, once it's cool to the touch, you then take it out, you throw it in your oven, whatever, furnace, whatever works for you. Time and temperature, you put it in there for 400 degrees Fahrenheit for I believe 1 hour, 1 to 2 hours. So it depends on the thickness. So for this, I do 2 hours. Then after that, you pull it out, air cool, you're good. So that's a long process. Total time, what is it? About 3 hours or so, plus or minus. So nice morning heat treat there. Now let's talk about adjustment and where you get with this. So that brought me to 55 Rockwell. That plan though is supposed to bring you to 58 to 60 as far as I'm concerned. So why is there a 3 Rockwell gap? Well, that's because, like I said, I didn't let the heat treat oven sit for that 30 minutes. I believe if I let it sit for that 30 minutes and I let my knife get to the 1980, then start the 18 minutes, then we'll be good. I cut a few corners with that simply because I was just trying to see, does it need that ramp up process? But I guess it does. It takes a while for this thing to heat up. So I will be doing that adjustment. Now, with that said, please note, guys, that any knives I mention that are not 58 to 60, those knives do not get sold. They do not leave the shop. They stay here, and they're just used for my testing. So this 55 Rockwell knife, not going anywhere but my hands. So just want to clarify that for anybody wondering out there, like kind of where do the knives go? So I only sell the best. I only provide you guys with the best. So there you go. Now, I do ask you guys drop some suggestions, comments, questions, things to get me going and thinking with this heat treat process. I'll be honest, I'm new to this type of heat treating stainless steel 154 cm. So I could use some advice, some tips, some tricks, whatever. So I've had a total of three companies do my heat treat before, and they specialize in heat treat. That's literally all they do is heat treat. So now I'm learning that skill. And so far, I gotta say, one knife, 55 Rockwell, and it's ready for action. Like no crusty stuff with the carbon. Fantastic. And I'm gonna throw this out there. A Fensometer is about to go 10 out of 10. The handmade community, I must say, we gotta back off the gas a little bit with the hate comments. It's a little too entertaining, I'll say that. I was thinking, well, how do I get this finish? Okay, as you can see, this knife right here versus this knife. This one is much darker. Why is that? One of my thoughts was, oh, well, it's possible that the carbon from the steel has come to the surface. Reasonable assumption. Or I could say this was done with cryogenics for the temper. This was done with a hot temperature. The last time I had my knives done with a hot temperature, not cryogenics, they literally came back like blue. So with that said, every heat treat company, every heat treat process, they all have slightly different features. This company, when they come back, this particular one, they come back like gold, like a weird gold looking color. Another company, they come back blue. Mine, black. So just kind of depends. The functionality of it does not change. And if you guys request, like if you say yes, please go ahead and do this, I'll put an edge on this. I'll put some G10 scales on, like bolt this thing together, and I'll literally go beat it up and show you. Does not matter. There can be all the carbon in the world on the surface, not gonna change the function. Because here at Shed Knives, we don't care about numbers on a spreadsheet. We care about knives in the field and how those knives function. So while all the Benchmade nerds get all freaked out over, oh, the calcium of the knife, and they all get crazy over that, Shed Knives enthusiasts were like, bro, chill out, chill out. We have work to do. We're pulling out our knives. Don't care. And that's why there is no substitute to Shed Knives. Because here at Shed Knives, there's constant improvement, constant growth, just constant doing better. And that, my friends, is a winning process right there. So, yes, I have a few things to refine. All of the knives available are the refined versions. Okay, these are still knives from the other companies that have done the heat treat. And in the meantime, I'm gonna refine this, make it better, get to that 58 to 60, go beat up my knives on camera for you guys to see. And then once that's done, boom, I'll go ahead and have some more knives for you. So I have a few minutes left on my camera before this timer thing expires. So I'm gonna use it to the max. Let's talk about inventory for a second. Why am I doing all this stuff? Let's give a little history here. Blanks, which this is a knife blank, for anyone wondering. So knife blanks. I used to have these water jet cut out. Now they're in-house. I used to have my heat treat done somewhere else. Now it's in-house. Kydex sheaths, in-house. I used to get leather sheaths. They were done somewhere else. Why am I bringing all this stuff in-house? Well, great question. Well, that's because everybody is slow. slow to do everything. I work rather fast. I mean, it's like 9:30 in the evening. I literally cannot sleep. I've been up since about 4 a.m. and literally cannot sleep. So, and this has been going on for days, okay? So what that means is I get stuff done, unlike 99% of Earth. So, so with that said, I can work at a different pace than businesses. And businesses, their primary function is to make money, which, duh, I get it. Same with Shed Knives, here to make money. However, the difference is kind of our perspective with the customer. Other businesses look for bringing on their next customer. I am looking to take care of the customers I have while bringing on more customers. So you guys get that? There's a big difference between, yeah, we got a sale, look for the next, versus, okay, somebody joined the Shed Knives movement, let's take care of them. Let's make sure everything's great with them. And then once that's good, they have a fantastic knife, then we move on to the next. And we're still keeping them going with the videos, the photos, the blogs, all of that stuff. So a little bit different perspective, but my inventory, I'm trying to grow my inventory, and I literally sell so many knives that I figured the best way to keep inventory is to bring all my processes in-house. And I mean literally like as much as possible, so that way I can control the speed of things. So this has been a rather straightforward, straight to the point video, and yeah, so I appreciate you guys watching today. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, threats, criticisms, whatever is on your mind, please go ahead and comment down below. It's always nice to see what you guys are thinking, so that way I can see, hey, are we on the same page? Do I need to clarify something? Do I need to show something? Whatever it is. So, and that's what I love about the Shed Knives community. We're here to support each other, improve our community, and improve ourselves, which those three rather important in today's day. So, day and age. So anyways, guys, this has been the heat treat on the 2025 Shed Knives Resilience here. This test, by the way, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but this right here, you got to remove the material to do your Rockwell test. I brought this to another business, like not too far from here, who specializes in like Rockwell testing, and I mean, they do very particular stuff. They gave me a tour of their shop, super specific parts, so I can trust them with their numbers. So they got this to 55. Goal is 58 to 60. I have a few things to improve and adjust, and I'll be back when those things are done. So again, thank you guys for watching. If you like knives like this, 2025 Shed Knives Momentum, 2025 Shed Knives Tuatara, personal favorite by the way, then you can just go to shedknives.com and pick up one of these today with the 58 to 60 Rockwell heat treat. So everything I have, it's the best. That's why the slogan is, there is no substitute. Again, guys, for like the third time in this video, thank you all for watching. My name is Jack, I make knives, and if you guys enjoy videos like this and want to keep the lights on so I can continue doing videos, go ahead, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I appreciate all of your support. So thanks again, guys. See you in the next one.